Southern California Gas Company is the nation's largest distributor of natural gas, providing safe, reliable service to nearly 21 million customers through more than 4,000 miles of transmission pipeline. Safety is our highest priority, so we routinely conduct tests designed to measure that pipeline segments are sound, often referred to as pipeline integrity. One of the common methods for checking pipeline integrity is the hydrostatic pressure test. Hydrostatic pressure testing is a process that uses water to exert pressure on a pipeline at levels greater than its usual operating pressure to see if it has any leaks. A segment of pipeline designated for testing is temporarily removed from service by closing the nearest valves on both ends to stop the flow of natural gas. To expose and access the pipeline, excavations are dug at both ends of the test segment, and the gas remaining inside is safely vented. Inside the two excavation sites, short sections of pipeline are removed to isolate the test segment. Then the open ends on both sides of the test segment are sealed with test head caps. Next, the open ends of the main pipeline on either side of the test segment are sealed with end caps. Then, large tanks that have been brought to the test site are filled with water. These tanks are connected to a pump that is, in turn, connected to one of the test heads. Water from the tanks is pumped into the test head, which also contains a foam plug. The pumped water propels the plug through the test segment, pushing the air out and filling it fully with water. The water pressure is then increased to a point greater than the pipeline will normally operate. After holding the increased pressure for 8 hours or more, the test is complete. If the hydrostatic pressure test results in a leak or a rupture, the segment will be repaired or replaced. After a successful test, compressed air is used to push the foam plug back through the test segment and drain the water back into the water tanks. The water is then disposed of in accordance with regulations and local requirements. The test heads are removed from both ends of the test segment and replaced with hinged caps to be used for the drying operation. A foam plug is loaded into one end of the test segment. Compressed air pushes the plug through to the other end to absorb the remaining moisture. This procedure is repeated until the test segment is thoroughly dried. Once the test segment is completely dry, the hinged caps are removed from the test segment and the end caps are removed from the main pipeline segments. New pre-tested replacement pipeline is installed at both ends of the test segment to reconnect it into the system. Nitrogen gas is then injected into the restored pipeline segment, and natural gas from a partially open valve pushes it to the other side to vent the remaining air. Natural gas is safely reintroduced into the pipeline segment, and it is brought back into service by fully opening the valves. Finally, the excavated areas are graded and restored as closely as possible to their pre-construction condition. SoCalGas is committed to the communities we serve and to the environment, so we notify local officials about a test, obtain required permits, and comply with applicable regulations. We also strive to minimize and mitigate any impacts the testing may have on nearby businesses and residents. In most cases, there will be no interruptions in gas service for nearby customers. Plus, we reach out to the local community to keep our customers and the public informed. Hydrostatic pressure testing is one of the many tools Southern California Gas Company uses to help maintain the safety and integrity of our natural gas pipeline system.